What's good, everybody? Welcome to Karu the Mentor Presents Life Lessons, where wisdom meets real life and every lesson helps you grow stronger, wiser, and better. I am your host, Karu the Mentor. Like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel, uh, Karu the Metaphor Presents Life Lessons, where I be in them comments, because I be in those comments. Alright, so here we go. We got this person, the intentional woman. She is going to talk to the women how to attract high quality men. Now, again, I have not. I like to mention that this is just a video where I just saw it, and I like. Not that I like it, but I see it. I think it was interesting, so I do it live. Exactly what I think about it, and we're gonna go from there. So as always, we're gonna break this video up in some of the points that she makes, a comment on some of the points. I say something at the end of the video, or where I feel like we should stop, and then I go into the comments. So here we go.
Attracting wholesome, high quality, high value men, there is something some women don't want to hear, and that is that you have some work to do also, in the sense that you must first become the type of woman that these wholesome quality men are naturally drawn to, the type of woman he wants to pursue with intention, get to know, invest in an experience. And you cannot fake this. You either work on yourself to become her, or you're going to keep attracting the type of men you don't want, or worse, you then have to chase after these quality men. Now, if putting in the work is something you're ready for, you have decided that I don't like where my dating life or my love life is heading to. I need to do something about it. If this is you, then this video is for you. Let's get into it. Hello, intentional woman. Welcome to today's video. My name is Ayani May, and let's just jump into the first tip, okay? This first one is a question, and that is, what does a high quality man mean to you? You can call it high value, but you need to be clear on this, because this means different things to different women. To one woman, it could be that he's financially secure. To another, it could be that he's emotionally available. And yet to another, it can be just about looks. To me, high value is not just about money. It's a man who has good character, integrity, and good morals. That's why the topic said wholesome, high value man, wholesome, high quality man. So what does this mean to you? What's his personality like? What is his job like? What is his belief system? What are his values? How would you recognize that he has walked into your life? What about your life will change?
Yeah, I don't have nothing to say yet. It's already 2 minutes into the video. I thought a minute and 49 or whatever. So we're going to keep playing this video.
If this man walks into it, how will it look like? How will it feel like? You need to be really clear on this, because it will help you position yourself, know what areas of yourself you need to work on, and it will also help you be grounded in what you want. That way you're not being blown in different directions when you start putting in the work and you start attracting a certain caliber of men. Because trust me, it's a mixture of the good, the bad, and the ugly. All right. Now, number 2, and this is for you to get rid of the scarcity or it's impossible mindset. This is so crucial, because if your mindset is that of good men are scarce, or this can never happen for me, then there is no need watching this video. No tip I share here will make any difference, because you have already decided that men are scum, or that due to your background, past experience, or current situation, you can never attract high quality men.
So just for the record, these are for women that are waiting by the finish line. This is what this is. They're waiting by the finish line, and they're hoping that they hit your ride. That just sounds so terrible, but it's true. That's what this is about. This is about those that are waiting by the finish line. And when you waiting by the finish line, man, like he's not gonna see you the same as if a person that got with him in the beginning when he had nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. You know, you get what you get what you ask for. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you mess with these type of dudes, yeah, you just waiting by the finish line, and that to me, like you just trying to reap the benefits of a person that's worked hard and grind and did what he was supposed to do. Now, hey, there's men that do this all the time. They go with these women. I think that's a waste of time. I'm happy that I married mine when I ain't have nothing, you know. And maybe we'll talk about that. I'll probably bring that story up one either sooner or later. It's gonna come up, but yeah, these are the women that waiting by the finish line.
So I have to challenge that mindset because a changed mindset is a changed life. Let me ask you a question. Why are you leveling up, right? Why are you putting in all this work? Is it so that you can remain where you are, settle for nonsense? Or are you putting in this work so that one day you can be with a wholesome, high quality man? Of course, this is not the only reason for leveling up, but it is a part of it. So if you can just shift your mindset from the this is impossible to it's actually possible, what's gonna happen is that your mind will ask you this question: what can I do to make it possible?
Again, man. This man, you cannot ask the prey how they get caught. You gotta ask the predator, man. And I'm not calling men predators either, but the point I'm getting at is, you know, if a woman really wants to know what it is that a man wants, yo, go talk to your friends. Go talk to go talk to your brothers. You know what I'm saying? Go talk to your father. Go talk to somebody that doesn't want you in any capacity, but they'll tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones you get, man, because they're not saying none of this. They're not saying none of this, man. None of this. None of this. I'm gonna tell you what I think will make you good, but I'm gonna listen to this first to see if they mention some of the stuff. But yeah, nah, yeah, we'll see though.
And I want your mind to ask you that question because you will start looking for solutions. You will become proactive. Putting in the work will not feel like punishment because you know the end goal. In Pretty Woman, the movie, Edward, that's Richard Gere's character, I hope I'm pronouncing that name right, was lost and looking for someone who could give him directions when he met Vivian. That's Julia Roberts' character. And everything just clicked out of nowhere.
Yeah. See. Yeah, if you watch Pretty Woman, which is a great movie by the way, she was ready to have sex at the drop of a dime. If you watch the movie and you pay attention to it, she was ready to have sex at the drop of a dime. No matter what Edward did, when he was ready, she was ready. She did not ask no questions. She made sure she knew that she came there to do a job, and that's what she was gonna do. She always presented herself in a available way whenever he was ready to do what he was wanting to do, and that's the part that missing right here. Again, I'm watching a movie. I'm just watching. Watching the video. I'm just watching, and nothing has mentioned that. And this is why you don't ask women what men really want. It's not going to work. And I'm going to see if she's married too.
That is how life is.
She's not.
Sometimes my mindset is if I am working on myself, right, trying to be the
No
best
wedding ring.
version of myself, then there must be a man out there who is doing the same. And God, in his infinite mercy, will bring us together because I am not arrogant enough to think that it's only women who are on a personal development journey. There are men who are also on this journey, and those are the types of men you're going to start attracting when you believe that this is actually possible. Because then you will intentionally close your eyes to what you see on social media. Things like men as scum, good men as cars. That will not bother you because you will be focused on the fact that this is possible for you. I need you to be that delusional, okay? Number 3, this is a yummy one. Get your life together. Wholesome, high-value men want wholesome.
What? What? What do? What does he get? I'm waiting to see what does he get. And women like this, without being vulgar, all they really got is box. That's it. That's it. That's it. And it takes so much more. It's just sex. That's it. That's all they have. And that's what they leading with. And she's telling females how to marry high value men or high quality men. And she's not even how to attract wholesome. That's what her neighbor, the name of her video is. How to attract wholesome, high quality men. Grown women dating. And she's not married. You know, what is so all the three ones, the three I ain't even I'm not even really like what does the man get? What does he get? She marries a high value man or high quality man or a wholesome high quality man. But what does he get? But I'm waiting to see. Because these 3 things are about what she got to do for her, not nothing that she got to do for him.
Some high value women. So you have to become one, because when the initial attraction dies, if there's nothing deeply desirable about you, he will walk. The type of man we're talking about in today's video, I mean a wholesome man, is not interested in a woman who does not have a purpose, a woman who is not passionate about anything. He is not interested in toxic, unhealed women, because only a broken, unhealed man would think that such a woman is a good life partner. You have to understand that the type of man you choose when you are unhealed is not the type of man you choose when you are healed. So investing in yourself and getting your life together is a must. Now there are 7 key areas of life. I'll share them with you in a minute, and when I do, I want you to take a crucial look at each of them and ask yourself, which one do I need to start working on immediately? And don't let yourself get overwhelmed with it. Focus on the little things you can do to improve yourself every day. And
so it's all about working on yourself. And what does he get, man? Why is she not mentioning that? Why do they don't mention femininity in their videos? Are they assuming that you have it? Because we know that are they assuming that women have it? Excuse me. Because there's a lot of women that don't. A lot of women are very masculine. And are they assuming that the women have it? I don't know. But I will say this. I don't know. Maybe I might be jumping the gun or whatever, but when you're dating a man that has money and he can afford to put you up and buy you things and all of that, you're talking about the top 1%. So he's probably got some major money saved up, whatever, right? Yo, you are going to have to cater to him. He is your priority. That means that when he wakes up in the morning, you're up before him, making sure that he has his coffee or his water or whatever, right? Making sure that he has all his stuff in his bag. You know what I'm saying? His clothes. You might have to iron all his clothes. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do that. So me and my wife were prior military. My wife retired. I did not. When she retired, what I did was I said, look, listen, take a year off. She was ready. Take a year off. Get yourself together. And then we'll go back into the workforce in a year. As she took off, one of the things she did, she got up every morning. She made sure I had my ID. My ID card was on her arm. She met me by the door. She had my ID card, my little necklace thing. She had my bed lunch pail ready. She had my water ready, and she had my coffee ready every morning. If I wanted to have breakfast, I would have had breakfast in the morning. When I came home, the food was done, the clothes were washed, the house was clean. Every single time. Not one time that I came home that the house wasn't clean or anything like that. Or we didn't have any food. The food wasn't done. The food was always done. Unless we decided that we were going to go out to eat, then we would come home and I'll make sure we go out to eat. Excuse me. Excuse me. So that is what it takes. And I'm waiting for her to mention that because I haven't heard it yet. That is what it takes. And if when I get rich, right? Speaking of things into existence, but when I get rich and I have an opportunity to put my wife for, I'm gonna do that because she showed me plenty of times. That's what she's gonna do. She's gonna make sure that I have my work stuff ready, iron my clothes. She's gonna do all that. Make sure I got water, lunch pail, coffee ready, everything. Without question. She got up before me and did that. That's what it takes. That's just the beginning. That's not even all. That's just the beginning. Because sometimes you have to work for your husband too. He's going to ask you to do things for him. Hey, make sure this is done, this is done. You might have to become his secretary with no pay. With no pay. Are you ready for that? Probably not.
Before long, these things will add up and gradually shape you into your own dream girl. So the first key area you have to work on is your finances. You need money so you can be empowered. You need money so that you're not operating from a place of desperation and lack, where you end up settling for the bare minimum. You also need money to afford certain experiences that will put you in a room where it's easy to meet high quality men. Okay? The second area is career, business, and academics. So this is your professional life, your career development, your skill acquisition. What is missing in this area? What can you do to improve yourself in that area? Ask yourself that question. The next key area is emotional and mental well-being.
So before she go into that one, I just want to say this. Again, all of that stuff is for the woman. What about the man? What is he getting? He's trying to get a woman that is about to just make sure that she got everything together for her and she's spending his money. And that's all it is. And you saying that you have to get this money so that way you can make sure that you get access to those places, so you could be around the places where they get, like, come on, man, come on.
This is where you unpack trauma. This is where you face generational patterns. This is where you develop yourself intellectually and learn how to manage your emotions. Then we have physical health. This includes your fitness, nutrition, medical health, and even appearance. Next, we have relationships.
Hold on, wait. She said, about mental health. And all of that. Like, yeah, you're gonna have to be a little more meek too in your approach, because you're probably gonna play the sub a lot of the time, because you're gonna understand that the money's gonna probably come first. Whatever his job is probably gonna come first, and you're gonna become second or third. And that's another thing that a lot of women don't understand, is that A lot of times you're not going to be able to be number one. You're going to have to be number seven or number three, not number seven, but number three, because he's got to make the money. And that's where his mind will be at. His mind is going to be on the money. And you got to be able to accept, okay, I'm giving this to get that. I think that's something that you got to understand, that he's going to prioritize that. He is not going to prioritize you all the time. He's going to prioritize the money, because in his mind he's thinking, if I make the money, I'm making sure my family's happy. And that's how I think sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women are not ready to accept that. It's definitely something, and you got to be able to have that mindset. It's a lot, man. It's not easy. It's not easy at all.
And this includes the relationship with yourself. Do you love yourself, right? Do you enjoy your own company? Then you also have relationship with your family members, your siblings, your colleagues, and even romantic relationships. The next key area is your spirituality. And this is where you can also draw your sense of purpose. Yes,
Still
your
waiting
career,
for what he's
your
getting.
business, your academics can give you that purpose, but it can also come from here. This is where your personal value and belief system dwells. This is where you have a connection with something greater than yourself. And finally, we have the social life. So this is where you have your hobbies, your interests, social activities that you indulge in. Now with this list, you have a foundation to start with. So get to work, invest in yourself, expand your interests, become passionate about the things that matter to you. Drop bad habits, build better ones, take action, find mentors, and start wanting better things for yourself. The most amazing thing about getting your life together, apart from the fact that you will start attracting quality men because you are elevating your life and your experiences, is that what drives you to desire a high quality man will change. If you were approaching it from a place of desperation, a place that says, I need a man to save me, I need a man to complete me, I'm deeply unhappy, but I think if I get a man, I'll be happy. If you were approaching it from that standpoint, you will notice that you will start approaching it from a different place. A place that says, hold on, I am a wholesome woman with a happy, fulfilling life. My goodness, I deserve a good man. Do you get that? These are two very different approaches. I am this excited because this is where I am right now. And I am telling you, you need to get here. Because when you're here, you're not moved. When you're here, you get bored when certain things are being offered to you because you know your worth. Personal development comes with a huge sense of self-worth.
I'm sorry to keep stopping the video, man, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm trying to get to the point where she's telling the women what they're gonna offer, man. And it's very nerve-wracking. I keep waiting to see self-worth and all of that. That's great. And she's not wrong, but what does he get?
It's beautiful. So my darling, you see all that energy that you're focusing outwards, thinking you have to keep looking for a man, chasing after Adam. My friend calls men Adam. You see that energy? Gather all of it and focus it inwards. Focus it on your growth, because I promise you, this is the surest way of getting wholesome, high-value men to become attracted to you. Number 4, have a strategy. This is not about chasing after men, because we don't chase. We position ourselves, we show interest, and if that interest is not reciprocated, we walk. So what this is about is you creating a reality that allows what you want to flourish. Think about it this way. If you were going to a job interview right now, you would prepare for it because you want the job. If you had an exam to write right now, you will read for it because you want to pass that exam. These are strategies. So when it comes to your dating life, you must also have a strategy. But before you map out your strategy, you have to take stock of where you are in your life right now. now. And by that, I mean that there are women who, by virtue of their jobs, careers, business, location, already have access to quality men. While on this other hand, there are women who need to do a bit more work to have access to these types of men. Yes, it is possible for you to walk out your door and meet the love of your life, but that may not always be the case. So you need to be clear on where you are before strategizing. And the easiest strategy is online dating platforms. Hold on, because I know you are likely saying, yuck, there are weirdos on there. Well, guess what? There are weirdos offline too. So before you close off your mind about online dating, allow me to try and convince you. First, it is affordable. There is no excuse here. You cannot say, oh, I need money to get a dress, get an outfit, do my makeup and go out. No. Very affordable from the comfort of your home. The second is that it allows you to test things out without the added pressure that comes with a face-to-face date.
Yeah, because the ones when back in the day, this is years ago now, don't get me wrong, or back in the day when I was on the dating apps and I was doing that, it's very easy to know it's very easy to know if you got a bigger woman or not. If she's small, she's gonna give you a full body shot. If she's big, she's gonna give you a whole lot of face shots, because she's leading with her face and not with her body. If she's been told that she got a thick body or whatever, she's going to give you a lot of body shots because she's got a lot of compliments on her body. So she feels comfortable enough to give you the body shots. But those are secrets that everybody knows already. But if he cannot visually see you and it doesn't get turned on by you, it's not going to work, man.
The third reason you should try out online dating is that it gives you the opportunity to practice your feminine charm, which is something we're going to cover in the next point. So don't go away. This video is a yummy one, all right?
Yeah, you do have to have a feminine charm. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. That's true.
The fourth reason is that it allows you to master communication and social skills. The fifth reason, you start to understand men and the way they operate. The sixth reason is that it gives you a whole array of men you can choose from and interact with, which can be an issue if you do not have an active social life. The seventh reason, wait, do I still have to go on? I think that's enough. So you can start here. The second strategy is going out. Of course, not going out willy-nilly, anyway they blow a whistle, you find yourself there. Not at all. This is about being intentional and taking yourself to places or events that allow you to network and meet other like-minded people. And a club is not that place. A great event that allows you to meet quality people is a polo event. Another is a theater play, and not just any low quality production, but a high quality production. My ex introduced me to this one, and I tell you, the theater crowd is a different caliber of people. So try it out and come back and tell me.
That is a very good point. Yes, very true. If you go into a polo event, you put on a nice dress, and you go out there, but if you're not healed, if you don't know how it is to be a female, if you don't bring femininity, it doesn't matter what you say. You're not going to stand out. They're going to see you as a hood booger who's out of place. And believe it or not, you will stand out. You will stand out. So if that's what you're going to do and go on those events, fine. I get it. Like, go get you a high value man. If you feel like, hey, do it. You know what I'm saying? But just know, that men don't look at you. Men don't look at you the same for those that just get somebody and just be with them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think those events, but for the most part, if he wants to save his money, if you get that high quality man and he wants to save his money, he's not going to spend his money neither. They are very stingy people because they understand, which is not a bad thing, but they understand that it's, this is not just $1. It's more than $1 to them. $1 is not just $1 to them. to them is a very sacred thing, and they're gonna make sure they could squeeze $5 out of $1 if they could. So if you ready to live like that, go ahead.
Another is joining social communities where you get to meet quality people. An example can be a gym in an upscale area. You have to be proactive about your love life. As you're praying to God to position you so that your partner can find you, you cannot be from walk home church. Walk home church. You have to go out, okay? Miracles is when you do your part and then God brings in the supernatural. Right? So I have a video on this channel. It's titled Where to Meet Rich Men. That's the title, all right? But that video gives you a detailed breakdown of places you can go to meet quality people. It was a requested video, I filmed it. So now you can go watch it and learn where you can go to, okay? I'll link it in the description. Now here's a tip, okay? When you go to these places, don't go with the primary purpose of catching a man, because you will be giving up this desperate vibe that is actually a turn off, because your body language will be, you're looking around, is there anybody? No,
yeah,
man.
That's true.
You don't want that, okay? You should go to these places with the primary goal of having fun. The times that I and my friends go out and we meet quality people is usually when we go out and we're engrossed with each other. We're having fun. We don't even care who is looking and who is not looking. And then when it's time to pay, we hear, oh, it's already been taken care of. And we're like, who? Who did this, right? So go there to have fun, not to catch a man, and everything else will follow. To wrap up this particular point about strategy, there's a video I saw on Instagram that was so inspiring, and I'm going to just quickly play that video for you, okay? Let me come home. Home is wherever I'm with you. Home. Let me come home. Home is wherever I'm with you.
Why?
That is such a beautiful video, and it wraps up most of what we've talked about so far. Now, number 5, have a basic knowledge of etiquette. So this is not about rules, about rigidity or being perfect. Oh no, it is about making sure you present and conduct yourself in a way that leaves an amazing first impression.
I'm trying to stay on this video, and I'm trying to do it. Although what she's saying about some things that she's saying is true, and I'm giving her the props for that. And you gotta know etiquette. You gotta know etiquette. I'm gonna listen to some more. Let's listen to some more.
It is so that you confidently and gracefully navigate social situations, because that is the gift the knowledge of etiquette will give to you. Do you know how confident you'll feel when you know what is expected of you when you're dining? And even when you make a mistake, you also know how to gracefully handle that. A lady in the community commented on a recent video and said that she's a bit shy about eating in front of guys. And that could be either because she just likes the person and she's nervous, or it could be that she needs to polish her dining skills. So invest in this. You do not have to learn about everything that has to do with etiquette, okay? Just a little knowledge about dining etiquette, communication etiquette, social etiquette, and even deportment, which is how you sit, stand, and walk, is enough. I have tons of videos on etiquette, and I even have a recent one on how you can confidently walk in heels, exit and enter a car, pick up items, stand, sit. I'll just link it in the description, okay? Remember, success happens when preparation meets opportunity. Now, number 6, master the art of feminine charm. Oh yes, you need to master this one. And feminine charm is not just one thing, it's a collection of different things, right? It is the way you walk, talk, sit, stand, speak, your choice of words. It is the aura and energy you exude when you interact with men. It is your appearance and...
I just wish you would just call it femininity. She said feminine charm, but it's femininity, really. This is what it takes, man. You do, even though she said feminine charm, but it's femininity, man. This is how you present yourself to people, and you always be mindful that somebody's always watching. what you're doing. Yeah, you got to be on your P's and Q's, and that's basically what it is.
Style, which I am not going to cover in this video because I have covered this in detail in previous videos, and I'll.
Well, this is femininity from her standpoint, meaning like she not saying the femininity that you actually do for him. She's only doing for herself. You know what I'm saying? She's not saying femininity that she does for another. So just keep that in mind.
Link them in the description. I even have a 1-year program dedicated to showing you how to upgrade your style, your wardrobe, and your appearance, regardless of your age, budget, or physical look. Because once upon a time, this was me, and now this is me. So if this is something you're interested in, I'll leave the link in the description. Go through the full program offer, the bonus resources, topic breakdown. Make sure it's the right fit for you, and then register and join 400 plus women from 19 countries. Oh yes, we're that many. There's a private community, and we have the live styling session every couple of months. Now back to feminine charm, okay? This is also your
a whole bunch of people that wait by the finish line.
Mind, how witty and smart you are. And this has nothing to do with education or how many facts you can quote. This is more about how curious you are about life, about how things work, and being interested in things, you know, like art, music, culture, world events, sports, cars, architecture. Because when you're curious, you soak up information, which means you can have a conversation with anybody regardless of their pedigree. And this is unbelievably attractive. Another way you can be charming, attractive, and intelligent is, let's say you meet somebody and they have an interest that you don't know anything about. Instead of trying to fake it, whereby you end up embarrassing yourself, simply say to the man, "That sounds interesting. Tell me more." And then you actually listen, you ask questions, you learn, you engage. When you do this, your appeal goes up. Knowing how to flirt, knowing how to be playful and funny is a part of feminine charm, and all of these things can be learned and mastered.
That is very true. That is true. Being able to be funny and be able to make him laugh also, because he's got to make you laugh all the time. But being able to make him laugh is a plus, and done in a feminine way, not in a joking way, like not in a masculine way, like not. All right, so not in a masculine way, meaning like, you know how like, cracking a joke, hey, look at that dude or whatever. Like y'all walking by, look at that dude or whatever, and y'all laugh. That's one thing. Staying a whole bunch of snaps and just going in and snapping on the people. Yeah, don't. What I mean by snapping is like joke after joke after joke on a person. You know what I'm saying? And don't do that. Just say your little joke, because it's always funny when a woman says a joke. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's always funny. It's funny. It's funny. Like, even if we know it ain't funny, but we laugh because it's funny. Like, we love who y'all are. We love femininity, man. And she's saying it, she's alluding to it, but she's alluding to it from just from a performance standpoint, not like from a person, like the person is this standpoint. And it's sad. But I'm trying to hear what she has to say that she's going to give. Like, what does a woman give to a man that is making 100,000 plus or whatever, and is influential, and got this money and all of that? What is she giving? That's what I'm waiting for. That's the only thing I'm waiting for.
Which will make you very, very memorable. Another aspect of feminine charm, yeah, this is a particularly long point because I'm trying to cover a whole lot under it, okay? You have to be a mystery and a challenge. It's part of it. And being a challenge doesn't mean playing hard to get or being difficult even when you like the person. That's actually immature. Being hard to get is a factor of who you are, in the sense that you're not in a hurry to say yes to him. You're not always available because you have a full life. You're not sharing certain things about yourself until you're ready. You're not lowering your standards or doing too much to impress him. You're not accepting the bare minimum.
Yeah, I could see this. There's levels, man. There's levels. Like if you are dating a guy and all of a sudden he noticed that, he slept with you on the second or third day, he's going to believe every man that you've been with. You see him 2 or 3 days, you slept with him. That's how men think. That's how men think, right? But at the same time, if you hold yourself in a certain way and you have respect for yourself and you're not busting it wide open, he doesn't feel like, hey, you get to everybody that easy. It may be different for you. But that's how men think though. That's exactly how men think. So yeah, she got a point. She got a point.
I do have a video on this particular topic, the 8 things that are the bare minimum. It's been getting the men in their feelings. I'll link it in the description. And that you will only accept to be his when what he is proposing truly serves you. It is truly what you want. That's how you become a challenge. That's how you become a mystery. A movie that I like using to demonstrate feminine charm is, of course, Pretty Woman. Because people always wonder, why would this man go for this prostitute? Why? What was it about her? But when you analyze Pretty Woman, right, you find out that yes, she may have been a prostitute, but she was the embodiment of feminine charm. She had a quick mind. She was playful, appreciative of him, sensual. She drew him out of the world of stocks and investing and brought fun and play into his life. She made his life exciting. He was in awe of her, and she did not mind walking away from all of it, which speaks to a sense of self-worth. If you've not watched Pretty Woman, or maybe you have, but you didn't watch it to look at lessons you can learn when it comes to feminine charm, you need to. And to wrap up this very long point, ultimately, you cannot be charming if you're self-conscious, if you're in your head second-guessing yourself and wondering if you're doing it right. You cannot be charming if you do not feel comfortable in your own body. So if you want to truly exude feminine charm, you have to be secure in your implicit value as an attractive, alluring woman. A woman who can seduce any man if she chooses to, but won't because, you don't want to break hearts. Finally, cultivate valuable relationships with high value women. Yes, because they know.
All right, we finally know what it is that she wants. And and there's nothing that she's offering to the man. There's nothing that she's saying, other than, that one part which is important, don't get me wrong. You want to offer him, like, you want to kind of buddy one that bring him out of his shell and calm him down and be his peace. Yes. Okay. So that if that's what he's getting, okay, I get that. But you're not saying the stuff that he would really want. And again, this is why you don't ask to pray. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna say this. Look, if you prioritize, here's the secrets, man. And this is real talk. This is real talk. And you can't, and the thing is, you can't fake this. You cannot fake this, because if you think you're going to fake this, it ain't going to work. It is not going to work. Look, all right, so you cannot fake this. And you got to prioritize him. He has to be your main priority. Now, if you have kids, it's going to suck because, he's gonna have to understand that he's gonna come after your kids, and some people are okay with that, but you have to prioritize him. And what do I mean by that? That may take you to get up 20 minutes earlier, 30 minutes earlier, make sure his coffee's ready, his water's ready, and all that. That may take for you to make sure he's up, get his clothes ready, make his life a little easier, Be available whenever he wants to. You know what I'm saying? Be available. Be available. If, be willing to go the extra mile to make sure he's good to go. Saying without saying what I'm saying. If you know, if you know, you know. Be willing to make sure he's good to go, even when you may not be good to go. That's what that takes. Take a night out every week. Just take one night out, and it could be different days in the week. But just take one night out and take. Hey, you want me to scratch your back? You want me to get your pimples? You want me to get your face? You want me to, what I'm saying, clean your ears? You know what I'm saying? You want me to wash your face, do your feet? It could just be one or two of those in a week. But do that. Make sure he's good to go. When y'all arguing, don't yell. Don't yell. Don't yell. Be meek. You know what I'm saying? When you dealing with him, be meek. Learn to lower your voice. A woman that is quiet gets the most attention. I don't know if y'all know that when a woman is loud, she don't get she gets the attention she doesn't like. But the woman that is quiet and minds her words, she gets the most attention. She's the most attractive. She's the most attractive. Just saying. And last but not least, you got to make him your best friend. Now it takes time for him to have you as his best friend, but you have to make him your best friend because that's the only way it's gonna work, man. If you really want a high value man, this is what you got to bring to the table. You got to be ready when he's ready. Make sure he's good to go at all times. Put him first, right? And when he gets around his friends, you make him feel like that's another one. When he gets around his friends, make him feel like a superhero. I promise you, man, this is simple. But these are things you can't fake because once you stop doing it and he picks that up, it's gonna be she's faking it. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into these comments right quick. Javonda 8373. My father was a high quality man and treated my mom like a princess. No one measure up. Nah, okay. Dominion F7Z. You see this thing called finance? I'm going all head into it. All head into it. I mean, leveling up requires finances. I don't know if that's a male or a female. Sound like a female though. Oh, whatever. Candy Daily, 5645. I don't know what the hell that. Whatever. I don't know what that is. This should be taught to all girls before they are teenagers. We would make a lot better choice. Man, get out of here. If that no. Your father should be teaching you. And how he teaches you by by being with your mother. That's how he teaches you these things. That's how he does it. Anyway. SGK Guru 8122. I don't know what that is. And remember, ladies, good men doesn't necessarily mean rich men. Yes, facts. As long as the man is a man with good values and truly respects you, he doesn't have to be super rich. Yes, very true. I want to see what that says. I'm going into the later comments for that one because that makes a lot of sense. Being rich has zero to do with having value. A quality man has quality character and emotional control. Yes, but emotionally controlled man is not playing no games. I'm just saying. God bless me, but he's not playing no games. He is not going to play with you. He is not going to play with you. God bless me. He's not going to play with you. He's not going to have a lot of patience either. It's either you do or you don't. Be careful of asking for highly emotionally intelligent men because they understand female nature. Because they know if a woman wants to do it, they're going to do it. If they don't want to do it, they ain't going to do it. And he's not going to play. And it's one thing when a woman doesn't yell and then they're saying what they're saying. It's another thing when a man doesn't yell and he intentionally makes you look stupid. I've seen that done. I've seen it done to me. I've seen it done to females. It sucks because it makes you really want to get upset. But yeah, let's read a few more of these things because she ain't say a whole bunch of nothing. Mental health 1410 says, I think financially stable is more important than how much money a man makes. Very true. A man can make a lot of money but have bad credit and poor spending habits. He can have a lot of money but a bad character. So definitely I think of a high quality man is more based on the character and integrity. Men with integrity pay their bills no matter how much they make. That's true. That's true. Yep. Grace James 1434 says, attracting wholesome quality men. Hashtag his values integrity. Hashtag get rid of scarcity mind. Hashtag work on yourself. Money skills. We're gonna read more into this one. Have a strategy online. Basic knowledge and etiquette. Social communication. Master the art of feminine. Okay, so she's just repeating what she's saying. Whatever. I'm gonna read a few more and I'm out of here. G Banga Oloki, my 3VV. Thank you for this video. Sadly, I don't believe young women have all this information knowledge passed down to them anymore. As a man and a father of two beautiful girls, I am doing my best to instill these values in them and try to be an example of the kind of man who should pick their interests, should pique their interests when they are mature enough. Yeah, but again, you're not saying the stuff that they need. You're not telling them the stuff that they need, and it's unfair because that's what they really need, man. That's what they really need. First of all, but shout out to the international woman. I don't know. Maybe it works like that in Africa. She sounds African. Maybe it works like that in Africa. It don't work like that over here. And even though she did say some good points, like you do got to have etiquette because you got to know, real quick before, what I think is so unattractive besides tattoos, where a whole bunch of men can see it or whatever, and they all over the place. A woman that has to like make a lot of noise when she's laughing. I think that is. I know I make a lot of noise when I laugh, but I don't want the woman to make a lot of noise when she laughs. I think it ugh. But that's that etiquette. That's that etiquette piece, right? Or like, how like when they laugh and they put their hand in front of their face. If they put their two hands in front of their lips, the two fingers, in front of their lips, that's one thing. But if you take your hand and put your hand sideways just to cover your mouth, that's another. Like, I don't know. It's certain hand. I'm too picky. But it's so. Etiquette is important. I'm just saying. Oh my God. I'm just thinking. I remember I was out with a girl, man, and she would laugh. And she would laugh so freaking loud. Oh my God. And she would just laugh and laugh and laugh. And I was just like, all right, I don't want to crack any jokes no more because you're embarrassing me. Like, you're making entirely too much noise. You're causing a lot of tension. You bring a lot of tension over here. But it is what it is. All right. Whew. So, man, listen. In closing this video, man, look. It's a lot. If you are a female that really wants to have a relationship, get you a man that is willing to do something with his life. You know what I'm saying? And then as he doing stuff with his life, you need to push him to do more. You know what I'm saying? How do you push him? You say, well, babe, you know what? I just love it when you do this. Make him feel like a superhero. Make him feel like he's solving your problems. Because at the end of the day, when we go to work and we do all this stuff, we are not thinking about nothing else but to take care of our family, make sure we good to go. Because if you're not, make sure you're good to go. Because if you're not good to go, then we're not good to go. Because you're gonna nag us to hell, to hell with the whole stuff, and it's gonna make us upset. So we try to our best to make sure that you're good to go. Be appreciative of what he's doing. It takes a lot to get up in the morning and going and doing all this stuff. Show him your appreciation, man. When he's ready to go, you be ready to go. Sometimes be spontaneous on him. You know what I'm saying? Tell him what he could do, and you could put it here and do it. Like make him feel like he's the most important thing, and that's the thing that a lot of people forget. So, in closing, man, this is Karu the mentor. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep living life lessons. And I'm out.